get a news update, my brother Tunto Spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moraga Tunto Spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just Tunto Spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. If you eat Kepa, gradually, my brother, Tunto Spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, Tunto Spoon. Tunto Spoon. You want to get a news update, Tunto Spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. Kilibamba, kilibamba, kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you about today?
So folks, Jack on the stay with us, so we gave you the details. Shortly.
So that one pass. That's like a question here.
Hello. Huh? You want to know me? Yeah. Huh? Can you off first? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
So folks, we are live here from the DA headquarters where a serious altercation is ongoing. Her phone was just Come pass. Yeah, sure. Go to I video the family go to you seriously.
No, the post up right by.
No, they didn't post to me. So they didn't post to me.
So call your day now.
So, folks, the serious altercation is ongoing between the LDA boss and his deputy.
The press conference cancel it. So you do it now. Off the camera. Shut off the camera. Off the recording. Off the camera. Off the camera. My man. Off the camera.
Reverend Nimble is being escorted. You have anything to say to Spoon TV? Okay. You have anything to say to Spoon TV?
Whatsoever you put on Spoon TV concerning the sports, it's all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know you put one side of the story. That's how running with our main.
Okay, but the folks say you took money from them for
you know you've been listening, but
90 persons.
But do your investigation first before you proceed on that. You know, the information is wrong.
90 persons, are they lying on you? All 90 persons?
It's lies. It's all lies. I have a document. It's all false.
Okay, so folks, there you have it. Of course, President George Weah's religious advisor, Reverend Nimble, just told Spoon TV that everything that is being said about him is not true. As you see there, he's been escorted. Regarding our earlier post, following information that the former president's religious advisor was being arrested for allegedly duping about 90 Liberians. Okay, so what's your name?
I'm Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, you want to talk to us? We see you're here today. You've been here since this morning on the grounds of the Central Police Station, the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. What exactly brought you here?
We are here to ask Mr. Nimble to refund our money. Money was given to him individually that had to do with traveling to Australia, fake program to get visas from Australia, and we pay a lot of money. And up to now, we are nowhere to be in Australia. So he left the country and back. So we were able to contact the police and arrest him. Yes, we are here to get our money back.
So when you say money for visa processing to Australia, how did you get to know about this? What actually motivated you to, give into this?
I was motivated by a title in who as an advisor to the president, former president, and also the revenue he carried. That gave him motivation. But and other way, one of my friends told me about the program, which I will move because we all want to go out there and hustle. So I will move to get in the program. After spending a lot of money, we got to know that everything was fake.
How much exactly did you pay?
I paid roughly $1,500, which is doing notarization, doing other things. But for the visa, he asked each and every one of us to pay $750 for Australian visa.
$750 for the Australian visa.
Yes.
And then processing fees went up to 1,500 United States dollars.
Yeah, everything.
When exactly did you start paying this money?
We started, the whole program started June 20, August 2023, we started the whole program from meeting to meeting in the Foklikon Church. He had an office there, a lot of offices there, but he had an office there. From the other room to the other room, we live going there until all our tenants were taken from us by Reverend Nimland.
Wow. So from August up to now, you're yet to get your money. What's your call out there just before we talk to another person?
We want to appeal to the general public that they will be able to talk in the case, whoever hold position or lawyers and things, because we in a struggling country, we all looking for aid. So we want to go up there to seek job and things and work and be able to help our family. So that's why we involve ourselves into such things. We want to appeal to authorities so we can be able to get involved and our money be paid back.
Okay. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very
So
much.
we're going to talk to the next person here. Let's talk to a gentleman right before. Oh, hello, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm Mr. Clady,
Okay.
Meekness Clady.
Okay. Mr. Clay, first of all, I see a paper in your hand. What exactly is that?
Where these people represent the visa payment,
Okay.
what we pay to the spiritual advisor to the former president of Liberia, that he said he had a program in which was a scheme. It was not a program, but rather a scheme. So this is the receipt.
So what do you have there? How much exactly did you pay for your entire process?
I paid $1,500 United States dollars for the entire process, including documentary, all the documents involved for the traveling. Everything mounted up to $1,500 United States dollars. Yeah.
But someone may be concerned as to what was the guarantee in this entire process?
Well, looking at the
A reverend.
yeah, and at the time the former president was into power, Ambassador, we are spiritual advisor to the president, and we know the type of reputation and respect former president, and he has mention. So all those things stood as evidence that at least this program is authentic. So they us to get involved into this program.
Approximately how many persons are we talking about here?
The number was individual that paid $750 according to him. $750 for the visa payment.
Okay.
100 plus individual that paid, and the registration $120, and then another $100 were paid, and then there was something he brought they call traveling insurance. That was really compulsory that we all get the traveling insurance. Was that endeavor?
Wow. So, with this amount, was there a particular office? You know, was there any structure set up where you went to make the payment? Was it done to any organization or something like that?
That was set up at the Foklikon Church, the President Church, President George Weah Church, right at the seminary. Robert F.
So you mean at the former president's church?
Right.
That's where the office was?
Correctly, because usually he has his office there. He has his office there at the church. Yeah, his office is right there. So right in our office are where all the transactions were carried on.
Did every single person receive a receipt like what I see in your hand?
Sure.
Okay.
Every a receipt.
When you got to realize that this thing was not working out as planned, did you notify the former president? Was he in the know of what was happening?
Well, we did. We wrote a letter, and through our spokesperson, we processed the letter to the Ministry of State.
Okay.
The Minister of State, we gave copy of this letter to the Minister of State at the time during President Weah regime. And we also did another documentary to the president, the former president, President Weah. and there were no redress after we submitted all of these documents.
Wow. So you've been here this morning. Is there any assurance that this process is going to be successful?
100% sure that the process is going to be successful, because I do believe that the police is involved, and it is not about men, but it's about the law. The law has to take a due course, because there's a forgery, there's a criminal act in nature. And to tell you that there were lots of people that were frustrated from what he did. He didn't pay any money to the Australian government.
So, but we spoke to the Reverend this morning. Just finally, then we talked to the next person. We spoke to the Reverend this morning.
Yeah.
He said that everything that you guys are alleging is untrue, that he has documents and he did not collect money from anybody.
Okay, just to tell you that what he's saying is a fallacy. Right in the police investigator office, we went there and they asking a question. Is it true that you have a program and you promised these people that they were going to go Australia? He could not answer the question, number one. Number two, he could not provide any sensitive document towards that effect. So the people even felt discouraged about the whole process. But I can tell you that investigation is ongoing, and we are going to see the brain of this thing, and we will make sure that our money will be getting back. I mean, everything he took from us, it had to be given. Because the first thing as a reverend is against your character. Now, the president, I've already made him a spiritual advisor, and he gave him office at the executive mansion during president. We are telling you. Now, you can tell me that with all of that, you're taking pay per month. The poor people that not even get money, not even driving, they are striving for life. They are making life. They are beating their way through. And you rob them of 1,500 United States dollars. And even in the process, a girl loses her life. A girl died because of frustration. And another old man, because she was sick, she was admitted. Why? Because the little money they accumulated, that they feel that maybe when they go out there and things will be better, because he put the people under the type of false pretense that this program was real, in which it was false. So I'm calling on well-meaning people, society, and other well-meaning organizations to please come to our aid, because this is how people can say, oh, we have been very intelligent in the process. We have been very, very intelligent. The first time it happened, he promised, or he did a promise having note. He failed to meet up with his promise. He ran away and began to insult people that I don't have money for anybody, because at that time they were into power, they were into position. And we said that we will make sure we get our money. He came at a meeting, he brought 2 security officers with him. At the time they were doing it was a transition period to turn over to Reverend Dean Church.
So he made a promise service note at some point.
Right.
That he was going to pay.
Can I get a promise service note? Please give me the promise service note.
Okay.
He did a promise service note that he was going to pay us back. And then after 2 weeks, he ran away from the country. He went to Nigeria. From there, he escaped. He went.
Where is being escorted? Do you have anything to say to Spoon TV? Okay. You have anything to say to Spoon TV?
Whatsoever you put on Spoon TV concerning is false. It's all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know you put one side of the story. That's ironic.
Okay, but the folks say you took money from them for
you know, you've been listening, but
90%.
But do your investigation first before you proceed on that. You know, information is wrong.
90% are they lying on you, or 90%?
It's lies. It's all lies. I have a document. It's all false.
Okay, so folks, there you have it. Of course, President George Weah's religious advisor, Reverend Nimlin, just told Spoon TV that everything that is being said about him is not true. As you see there, he's been escorted. Okay, tune to Spoon to be part of our discussion, to know what's happening in Liberia, to get the news. This is where Liberians gather every single day. I'd like to say welcome. Thanks again for joining us on another edition of the program. This is the Late Night Show, your favorite late night show on Spoon. I'd like to say welcome. Thanks for joining us across the world. Thanks to the folks on YouTube and in Radio Land, on Facebook, and everyone that have joined us tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. Kindly share the program as you come on tonight. We will really appreciate if you were to give the program a share as we have a very great conversation here tonight. Let me bring the team on. It's going to be a great show tonight. We're not here long, so we're going to be straight to the point and get the information across tonight. Let me bring Moba Zoka on. Moba, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight. How are you?
Thank you, Nelson. I'm okay. How yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
I was like you're up and down today and your activities and stuff. How was it today?
Yeah, it was hectic. A lot going on. Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's been a good one. Yeah, and I'm
okay.
glad that we're here again
Of course, man.
to engage, to talk about Liberia, to talk about the happenings in the country, and bring it to the Liberian people as it is. And so it's a good thing that we're here tonight.
That's a
Um,
lot. Yep.
yeah. So a lot is going on. We're gonna move straight ahead with the show. Not much time on our side. We want to make sure that we can do everything in time to be out as soon as possible.
Yep.
So a lot is going on in the country, so much. But just first of all, do your opening, and then we can officially start the show.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to all our listeners, Radio Land, YouTube, Facebook, whatever means you guys watching. I would say thank you and keep following Spoon, the best network ever to follow and get all your news, credible news. That's what we give here. Well, what on my mind? There's a lot of stuff going on in Liberia right now, more especially when it comes to the DEA. Look, Nelson, I'm so disappointed. I'm really, really disappointed to see two professionals all the time fighting among themselves, and there's no sound investigation going on. There's nothing like, what's going on, like all this stuff. They just keep hiding what nobody knows what all
I
the
don't
time
know,
they're worrying
but
about. Like,
for some reasons, can
yes,
you
yeah.
for
Let me
some
see.
reason your audio is kind of low. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, but go ahead. Go ahead. Just conclude. So we.
You getting me clear now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. As I was saying, so there's a lot of stuff going on within the DEA. I think these two people, they are professional. They need to, like iron things, man. They need to come together, sit, no one should overlap their, function, because I think that's where the problem coming from. Overlapping each other. Maybe somebody want, like the other person on a inform like job, want to interfere with the person, the person assignment. So I think with, like what on my mind, it really been bothering me, because that security we're talking about. If you know that within a security system, there's dissatisfaction between two parties, it's called chaos. It's not good for the nation. So I know we discussed it, but I just well thinking about it today is worrisome. Like there's a lot of stuff going on within our DEA. I think the president need to come in immediately to see if he can separate and can take one person or one person leader, or he can try to iron things between the two. But I think within myself, the both of them, I think they're gonna make it over there, because the both of them acting like I know more than you, you know more than me, I know more than you. So whenever you see those type of group in the security, it's dangerous for the nation. So I think we'll stop there until we can come in, and well discuss or talk about it.
Oh yeah. So that's a great one, and of course, it's one of the big stories in the country today. Just to give a bit of update, I'm gonna go to the comment section and welcome a few of our folks there. But you're right, and the issue that the situation that transpired at the LDA today is one of the trending issues in the country. Liberians are talking about it a lot. A lot of people are concerned, and especially so, this being something that has to do with security in the country. So many people are concerned about that, and yeah, that's why it is. But, there is an investigation ongoing. The government has launched an investigation. The Liberia National Police has taken control I was fortunate to have been at Central Police Station today, the headquarters of the Liberian National Police,
Mhm.
when when the police IG walked in with the the deputy of the LDEA and some officials. They all walked in, and then after a while, when they left, as they were leaving, Colonel A.B. Krumah and his own folks were also walking in. So that means that the police has taken control of it, and it will be resolved
I
because
think
it's a safe
Nessie,
situation.
it will not. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm telling
So,
you.
so we let's just do the update quickly, and then we're gonna come back and continue from where we are. So that's one of the big stories in the country today. So the next thing has to do with the president's religious advisor. Sorry, the
Former president.
former president's religious advisor, Reverend Nimle. That story has been a big one today. A lot of people talking about it. Of course, the Reverend Nimle was arrested on Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon to be precise, in Margibi County. He was put behind bars, and later, early this morning, he was transferred. We were on our way to Margibi County when we received information that, in fact, they were on their way to Central. So we had to come back. We had to go back to Central, and he was escorted by the police. And he has said, on the other hand, that everything that has been said is not true. But the folks, especially so, the alleged victims are insisting that they want their monies back. In fact, they have documents upon documents that they keep presenting with respect to what the transaction was and how they got involved with the payment. Yeah, so that's one. And the next thing is that another big story that's been in the country today is with the former presidents. Two things happened today with our two former presidents. One story is with the former president's religious advisor. The other story is with the former president's son. And we got the information about unconfirmed reports about the death of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's son, Mr. Charles Sirleaf, who once served as governor of the Central Bank of Liberia. And so once that information filtered in, there were lots of calls, there were lots of concerns, and we brought a coverage on that as well today, Spoon TV, I mean. And yes, so this is where we are. And then the next thing is this information about. Sorry, I want to get this one coming in here. So the next thing is this information about a communication. So let me just start with the LAA, the Liberia Airport Authority. They put up a very important information today that the issue is security, that they will be issuing new security measure for passengers traveling for the pilgrimage to Mecca, that Mecca it should be, on the government sponsored flights. So according to them, the key security measures they will be put in place will include security checks. So the security checks will be starting at the Y junction before entering the airport yard. So they will be checking people, and then they will be making sure that only travelers and their drivers will be allowed to enter the airport to avoid overcrowdedness of the place. And you are aware that most times you get at the airport, the place is very, very crowded and stuff like that. So they're saying that they will ensure, as part of the security measure they put in place, only the drivers. So if you're traveling, for example, only you and the driver in the car will enter the airport. Yeah, all other persons will stay back. And so This is taking place. So aside from that, the travelers, those traveling on Brussels or Air Cote d'Ivoire, will have to display their entry tickets before getting access to the facility. And this measure will take effect immediately on the 4th of June, which is today here in Liberia. And so beginning today, all other persons will have to abide by this. So it's going to start from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that's one. Second thing is that the sorry, I want to get this coming in. Okay, but I want to say welcome to the show, Francis. It's good to have you on tonight. Thanks for joining us. So the next one is the executive mansion. The executive mansion. Media report has it that the executive mansion is backing government officials who failed to declare the asset. There's a press, so the presidential press secretary Kula Fofana, according to her, she said that they are new and still learning. But Senta, on the other hand, which is an anti-corruption advocacy group, a transparency group, is calling that as a flimsy excuse. So the Liberian presidency, as most of you are aware, has come on some serious criticism, you know, and in some cases, officials of government have provided excuses. The last time we saw a release from the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the LECC, when they said that officials of government declaring their assets were very few. Of the 500 officials who were employed, a little over 100, it had it that 170 around there had declared at the time. So meaning that so many people, of the 500 people as of the time the LECC spoke on the situation, of about 500 people who were in government, just around 150 people were able to declare their asset. So that raised some serious alarm. And so the conversation has been going on, but the presidential press secretary Kula Fofana says they are still new, that the government is just coming to power. In fact, there are some people entering government who are still new to government. They're still new to the workings and all of that. And so it is a work in progress. They will declare the asset, but they should be given some time, you know, that many officials of government are still struggling to declare the asset because they are new and they don't understand the process. How does it work? How do they declare the asset? So they're working on that. And she spoke on that issue as well. Another thing that's making up the news is this report of the wife of the president, President Boubacar's ambassador at large. The wife of this ambassador at large filed a complaint against the political advisor, Madam Adela Cooper. There was a communication that was addressed to the office of the president. And that's information we're getting. And, you know, so this is where we are, you know, but the political advisor is yet to respond. So the wife of Sojo, that's Sajo, the wife of Sajo, is alleging or accusing the political advisor of snatching her man. And so she did a communication to the office of the president But the political advisor is here to speak on the issue. Well, this is where we are, and my understanding is that he's going to be appearing on the network tomorrow to provide even more detail to that particular story. So this is where we are with that. Plus a lot more happening in the country, and I just like to give it to you, Francis, to do your opening. Then we officially start the show.
I mean, yeah, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It's good to be here. I mean, yeah, like you said, a lot going on in the country today. Our DA upside down. Unfortunately, like you said, unconfirmed, but if it is true, our sympathy goes out to the former president on the passing of her son, if that is true. Then we got BM Pastor then taking people money for travel business. So now Liberia for you, every day there's something new. No dog movement in Liberia. So I mean, we got limited time on here, so that's where it will be. But people, please remember the raffle is still going on for the PlayStation 5. You can buy into it, $50 per person to get into the raffle. So please help us support our people. But thank you. It's good to be here. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay. So Soiree, you want to do your opening quickly?
Quickly, thank you for having me. And let me begin by saying hi to you and to each and everyone that following the platform. I think it is always a pleasing pleasure to be here to discuss Mama Liberia. And we want to urge each and everyone to share the show. Share as you can so the information can reach out to each and everyone out there. I think there's a lot on the plate to discuss, so we can get into the program.
Okay, so thanks a lot, Bila Soiree, and thanks to all the folks for being here tonight. We can't go on to name every single person in the comment section tonight, but kindly share the program as you come on, so we have a great conversation here. Now, earlier on today, for those of you who have been following from the previous show, our primetime show, up to now, you follow all the details, the different information, the different sides of the story with respect to the former president's religious advisor, his spiritual advisor, and everything. But just before the start of the show, we play the video, the interview with the guys, some of the victims, some of the guys who were victimized by this particular process, talking about this field trip to Australia that the former president's religious advisor was involved with. You heard the guys. They presented documents. They spoke of how the process went, and they provided videos as well with respect to meetings that they've been having even before now, how the Reverend was able to give his word to them on numerous occasions, but then he didn't get to live up to some of those promises. I just want us to wait in our thoughts on this quickly, then we can move to the next discussion. Let's start with you, Francis.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's frustrating. You see, the problem is when people are suffering too much, it's easy for them to fall prey to scam artists like that. And then this particular man, not to even put it aside, this particular man was in the perfect position to gain or to garner the trust of the people. The religious advisor or whatever they call it told the former president. The former president, he blessed the former president. He stayed next to the former president all the time. So because of that, people trusted him. Because how many pastors were getting like, bro, like if it was just because he was a pastor, you know, people don't be going crazy in Liberia today. But all the fake pastors don't get Liberia. All the BM pastors, they could come out and say, I'm a pastor, give me your money, I'll send you to England. But this man was with the former president, that is a religious advisor, so he got the trust of the people, and especially I think most of the people were Foglecon members.
But listen, in the midst of everything, Francis, there are others who still believe that those guys should have, done further investigation on this entire process. And now, forget about the fact that he was associated with the former president. But let's take the other aspect. Now, you're not going to the other fees that they had to pay, but let's talk about the fact that they were requested to pay $750 United States dollars for visa processing.
Nelson, what I'm saying here is this: something when somebody is in a position of authority, right? You see, in Liberia, we take it for granted. Over here, when you're in a position of authority, you are vulnerable because the people who honor you, when they feel taken advantage of, it can bring you down quick. But in Liberia, it's a complete opposite. When you're in position of authority, it's like you're immune to any kind of persecution in our country. And that's what happens when the people, our country, the people are suffering so bad that they want to run away from that country because the people that we entrust to create a better life for us, they are keeping our people down. So when somebody come and dangle some kind of little carrot in front of them, especially somebody that's standing every day shoulder to shoulder on Sunday, every day with the president, they trust that man because of his position.
But Francis,
he was able to easily influence those people and steal that money.
So, I mean, we will make our quick transition on this talking point and move to other issues. But is there any reason for anyone to link the former president to this?
Nothing. Yes. He may not be maybe in the know, but there's no way you can say his name cannot be used because it's because of him, because of his proximity to that pastor, that his congregation trusted that pastor. Because if you got the president, that the president's spiritual advisor here, the president's spiritual leader, so we should believe him. You think the pastor could just come from down the street and can't tell give me $750 for visa process? No, it will be difficult for people to believe you. But his proximity to the president gave him put him in the right position to steal the people money.
Let's talk about justice. Let's talk about justice, especially for those people now. Though everything at this point remains an allegation until the pastor can be brought down guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. But now let's talk about justice. Where do you stand on this? Do you really think that those people are going to get the justice that they're pushing for at this point?
If they investigate in that case, like you said, he's alleged to have taken that money. But we pray that they get justice because our people are suffering. Okay. They're suffering too much to just lose their money like that. If it is true.
Thank you. Now let's hear from Swari. Swari, welcome to the show. Your internet is not really doing good tonight. I don't know why it's coming in that way, but it's good to have you on tonight. Let's hear your take on this issue before moving on to Vasco. Vasco, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight.
Well, thank you. I hope I'm a little bit good. I don't know what is the problem from my angle, but thank you for having me on tonight. You see, I want to come up with the issue from different angles. That is by cautioning Liberian, right? In relation to how people have projected themselves over the past. People are trying to be religious person and all this stuff. Now, it is still in the case of alleged. We're not making any conclusion about it. Some, like you asked Francis a question as regards to whether it has some level of magnitude in attachment with the former president. I want to say yes, because you have to be a little bit careful as to who you bring beyond. They say, show me your friend, then I will know who you are. That basically reflects on some of the friends you engage yourself with. Now, automatically, you do not want to blame the president. At times, people want to politicize and go the political way, right? The former president, right? But I don't want to come from the angle because the issue about people projecting themselves to be pastor, imams, or other religious, politics leader out there, it has always been the case to use those positions to exploit people. So It is not.
Yeah, but again, we're on a very, very big platform. Let me say this, Soiree. Let us not give a blind eye to the fact that there are some well-seasoned, trusted religious leaders in Liberia.
Correct. I agree with you.
In any organization everywhere around the world, there will be good and there will be the bad. All right.
Right.
So I just hope you don't brush that off as you make your point on this one.
You're right, Nelson. They say every apple get the bad one, the good one, right? So we are picking out the bad one from among the good one. Again, I want to be very careful with the issue because the usual way Liberian issue drift, if you want to be one person who will just follow and fall for some of those basis way of discussing issue, at the end of the day, you might not be right. And that's where some of us come to be very careful as to how we discuss certain issue. It is still alleged, like you said, it has gotten to the police attention. Now wait and see. You talk about justice. So I listen to you talking about whether they will get justice. You know, it has always been over the past, but the narrative of somebody being in certain position and not wanting to be subjected to the justice system, that has not been disproved. But we want to urge the Liberian National Police because we saw victims out there speaking their mind and saying that they got documents to the happening. We saw a video that the Reverend was into a meeting, right? Discussing, having some negotiation with those victims, alleged victims, right? So let's say, journalistic to alleged victim. So as to getting to them to making them understand that yes, I will set a timeline so your money can be paid to you. Now, we want to believe that the pastor is one person who's being into the behavior. You want to call in some names. And you look at the upper tier two, people want to do good, but at the end of the day, when you don't make followers to some of these processes, because there are a lot of travel agency out there, they are not fair to people. Like you listen to the sister talking about her Egypt trip today on the platform, when the line are open. There are a number of these things happening in our country. So, in conclusion, I want to urge Liberian, do not just subject yourself to hearing somebody being out there with certain position, then you wanted to get that complete trust to them. So when I heard that Reverend Nimler was involved to this, so I asked myself, is he an ambassador? What is the close proximity that you have with Australia? So you wanted to engage into such business. But again, people have to be cautious. I don't want to caution Liberian. You have to be cautious as to who you get to wanting to travel, because there's a lot of things going out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasco. Vasco, let's hear you now on this one quickly because we have a lot to capture today and we have a very limited time. Go ahead, Vasco. Vasco, the pastor, the religious advisor to the former president. What are your religious advisors? This thing is hard to talk. But Vasco, go ahead. Let's hear your take on this. I mean, did it ever cross your mind that we'll be talking about this particular issue at this point? Is there any reason why people should believe what the religious advisor to the former president said today when he was interviewed by Spoon TV? Listen.
Reverend Nimle is being escorted. You have anything to say to Spoon TV? Okay. You have anything to say to Spoon TV?
Whatsoever you put on Spoon TV concerning is false. It's all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know you put one side of the story. That's how running.
Okay, but the folks say you took money from them for Australia.
You've been listening.
90%.
But do your investigation first before you proceed on that. Information is wrong.
90% are they lying on you? All 90%?
It's lies. It's all lies.
Vasco, Reverend says it's a lie. Is there any reason why anyone should believe that what your Reverend is saying, Vasco? Go ahead, let's hear you.
Thank you, Nelson. Let me say hi to everybody, and let me say tonight, I just listening to my brother. Sometimes you people beat on me, and saying I always play politics and everything, but trying to link the president to this thing. What are you linking the president? What the president even have to do with this? Nothing. The president built a church. Mr. Nimle, I haven't known Mr. Nimle for a very long time.
Are you calling him Mr. or Reverend?
Reverend Nimle.
No, Vasco, no, I want to understand this part. Are you used to calling him Mr. or Reverend?
No,
I
Reverend,
mean, who do you know him to be?
There's a slip or two.
At that point, the brother will not be wrong to call him Mr.
Pastor, let's get this clear.
Reverend Nimlan.
I will not call my pastor Mister. So
the man is not my pastor, Nelson.
Yeah, what?
He's not my pastor.
But you all saying for a president, we are a former president, we are condominium and all of that. So president, we are spiritual advisor, is somehow irrelevant to you.
Yeah, I mean, Nelson, sometimes we gotta be very careful because I would not speak much on this issue because, like you said earlier, this is an alleged case and it is in court. So I would want to wait.
No, ain't go to court there. Ain't go to court there. So speak your mind. Speak your mind.
I want to wait. I want to wait for whatsoever that will come from the court. But generally, in everything that you just said and what I listen to, this is a bad thing. Nobody should back anybody for this kind of thing. I know what it takes for people in that country. People struggling. I mean, I don't know how he did his, but this is something that a lot of people have traveled on. I don't know about him, but I know a lot of people that have been traveling on different like Canada and Australia. That two countries, a lot of people travel like that. I just know a girl defeated. She already in Australia. They spend money, give money to people, and then they travel. I don't know how they do it, but it is a bad thing. If Reverend Nimlan will be caught in this, he should face the full weight of the law. It's bad to take poor people money, and you cannot provide the services for them. It is bad. But I don't just want anybody to link the president with this. If you start to link the president,
so you are saying it's bad, but nobody should link the president to it, right?
Yeah, because it's simple. Crime is not transferable, so you should know that simple thing. And nobody gonna bring black boy and start teaching you on it. So if every Nimlan committed a crime, or his crime cannot be transferred to any other person, except that person is also mentioned there, which of course that person will go and face in the law too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
One president for a country to come be involved in.
Nelson, just to clarify something about Vasco.
Yeah, man. Who can teach that?
Okay, go ahead quickly, Francis.
Vasco, nobody said the president is directly linked. What I said was his proximity to the Reverend build the trust, allow his congregation to trust that man so much to believe it. But most of the people are from Falkland Church.
Yeah, but you know,
no other pastor, hold on, Vasco. No other pastor could just walk directly from the street and get those people together.
They don't have to be pastor. They got a lot of Liberians that are taking people.
No, Vasco, stop. Let's speak to their situation. Vasco, hold on.
No, guys. Let's do this, guys.
Vasco,
let's
give me a few seconds.
We have to make transition to the next discussion.
Vasco, what I'm saying is
okay, Francis, let's do this. Francis, let's give you 20 seconds to lend your thought on this issue, and then we'll make our transition.
Right. Vasco, I'm not saying President Weah is in the know or he knew that they made a quality money for people and less. I did not say that. What I'm saying is, like, what's the name? Suarez said, show me a friend, I'll tell you who you are. The president's relations advisor, the president member of the church, is staying side by side every Sunday and stuff like that. If that man come and start talking about people that we all agree, including you that mentioned our people are suffering, unless they tell the people, I can send you to Australia, collect their money. You think anybody could just walk from Broad Street and go and calculate our people like that?
Thank you.
Based on that, the president.
No, Vasco, you're not understanding the English.
Sorry, we have to. So we have a lot to talk about. We have 3 other talking points quickly, and we're just going to chip on it one after another. Now, today we woke up to a shocking news. We're done with former president. We on this current president. The political advisor to this current president was accused by a lady today. What is the accusation? Now, the name of the lady who accused the president's political advisor is Sergio Jorah. This lady, yeah, okay, so I may not be getting the name right. According to her, the political advisor to the president, Madam Mandela Cooper, snatched her husband away. Who is the husband? Mr. Kebe, you guys know him. He's the ambassador at large for sports. According to her, she knew the political advisor. She have known her for about 18 years. They've been very close, but she was shocked that the political advisor took her husband away and they've been living together. Now, she addressed a communication to the office of the president, and this is what makes it very important. She addressed a communication to the office of the president, and on the other hand, the political advisor to the president is yet to respond or to comment on this particular issue. I mean, but this is concerning. We just discussed something under the feet of former President George Weah, and here we are discussing something under the feet of current President Joseph Yuma Boakai. I mean, what does this say? Does this in any way? And I know that there are many ways people will go about, tackling those kinds of issues, especially considering the fact that this is not an ordinary person. This is someone who is a political advisor to the president. But is there any reason why this should be linked to the president? Should we take this thing as a private or domestic social issue that should be handled between those two individuals and not link it to the presidency? Why is this lady in the first place addressing a communication to the office of the president when the two individuals involved are adults? I mean, let's talk about this. Let's take 2 minutes each on this one, and we'll move to our next discussion. Let's start with Vasco on this one.
Yeah, Nelson, look, this issue about Mandela Cooper and that lady, I started knowing this issue 2 years ago. That is not something that is just of recent. No. This woman actually, this thing, it can really hurt. Because this woman got recordings, videos, pictures. The reason why Mandela Cooper is not responding, there is nothing she can say.
No, Vasco, I don't want you to go there for now. The communication came in today. The lady addressed a communication to the office of the president. As you know, the president is not in country. All right? And sometimes it will take time for people to respond to this issue. It doesn't mean they will not respond. So it's just fair to say that the president's political advisor is yet to respond to this particular allegation.
It was last week. Nelson, it was last week when our communication hit. The communication even surfaced on Facebook and since last week. Yeah, since last week. This is something that, look, these two people, they live together in the United States yet. Mandela Cooper took that woman to Liberia during the 2017 election, okay, to campaign for George Weah. At the time, that woman went to Liberia. They got pictures with a CDC t-shirt on them. Of recent, she and the woman that came to Liberia again. The woman having pictures with Boakai's son. This is wicked. This is bad. And you understand? But I don't want to drag the president into this. Maybe the only reason why the woman is sending the letter to the president because it will have something to do because this is his political advisor. All the woman say, the only thing the woman wants is for this man to go and put in for Davos. That's all she wants. I listened to her today on OKFM. She said that all she wants. The man abandon the marriage, abandon the child.
You know, at the end of the day, let's look at the whole communication thing, addressing it to the president. And again, there are high possibilities of some, political undertone, which others may not want to disassociate with this particular issue, right? But let's look at the fact that a communication is coming from her to the office of the president. So let's assume, Vasco, you are an adult. You work at the institution where you work. And you have a domestic issue. Is it prudent for the person with whom you have the issue to address a communication to your office, to your working place, and tell your boss man, say, oh, boss man, they are worker here, he did this. When the issue is a domestic, maybe social issue that you guys can handle.
Yeah, Nelson. In some cases, what the woman did, maybe she's trying to save the president from disgrace. Because the president appointed this man as an ambassador for sports. And this man having cases in various courts. The woman, they make a case in France, case in Senegal, case in the United States. He need to go and settle. But if the president feel that this man is the only person to serve in that position, fine. But this man need, if I were the president, I would say, look, you gotta go and settle your home problem. If the woman is telling you to go and put in for divorce, if you also want to recording that woman, you see that man begging a woman, saying, I'm a couple this, no recording. So let the president tell this man to go and settle a home matter. They may need to pay the woman a lot of money because the woman sued him for abandonment. And she said she won the case already in France. So he need to go and settle this thing. It's not hard. Go and just put in for divorce and you and Mandela Kopa can be free there and no happiness together. Because that man, there's nothing else he can do now. He want to be with Mandela.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take on this, Francis.
Yeah, bro. Like you said, he will be appearing tomorrow on Spoon Talk, so I will save a lot of time. But just from a moral standpoint, right? You know, in the USA, people say, "Oh, they have ones, what they have ones." But what we come from in, like, bro, we got culture and tradition that guide and shape our behavior. For you to be friends with somebody, or acquainted, or know the person you're traveling together, then you start sleeping with the person, man. Allegedly, I mean, not even alleged because she was the guy, right? That is just disgraceful. It's bad. I mean, they are consenting adults. There is no law breaking here, right? But just from a moral standpoint, you and this woman travel together. You and the woman, you all know each other. You know the woman to be married to this man. Then you with him now.
You're coming from the moral standpoint and all of that, but at the end of the day, the folks are adults. What do you make of the fact that this lady is now drafting a communication to the office of the president regarding this? Is there any reason for anyone to link the president with what's happening between two adults?
Right. You know what, Nelson? Yes. Because the very often seldom I may sometimes try to agree with basketball. He post saying here, Gary. But this one, when he talk about, this man is not an ambassador, right? Representing our country on the world stage. How you think he got appointed to that position? You think the president was just throwing rock on countries? And then he said, "My landed on Senegal," and said, "Okay, I'm going to take my brother." No, because of his connection to Mandela Cooper. And Mandela Cooper is the president's political advisor. So now she brought this scandal to the executive mansion. If she did not do what she did, it will not be at the president's doorstep. So just as we said, former President George Weah, even though he may not know about the pastor scamming people, but his proximity to that pastor build the trust between the people in the church and that pastor. So now the president did not hire that man out of the street. Mandela Cooper hold in hand and took him to the president. So now she brought the president into this. You see? So that is bad. And her judgment also comes into question. Her judgment as a political advisor is called into question. You are running around with somebody, you know the person. And now, if they may not divorced yet, that is also a problem in of itself for her. No way you can separate the president from that because that's his political advisor, and now he appointed her lover to represent our country. That's an embarrassment to our country as a whole.
For instance, you just struck a point here. Are you trying to link anything here with nepotism, cronyism, and but anyway, let's move to Swari. Swari, let's hear your take on this issue. Mobile, welcome back to the show. It's good to have you on.
Thank you, Nes. A little bit busy.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you guys getting me. The pedigree of immorality in Liberia is on the increase, and there where we came from when we discussed the first issue when it comes to President Weah, religious advisor, and people involved in yourself to all kind of things. For me, I don't want to make certain conclusion and jump the gun because we're talking about an adult. There are people who know what's good for them, and basically they know where to go with some of their private issue. You don't want to make certain conclusion that she stole man and take all of the thing because you might be wrong tomorrow when the man come out with a revelation tomorrow. The man might come out tomorrow to say, "Oh, I chose to leave with Mandela Cooper, and because there is a reason, And here's part of the story.
Here is the thing. So sorry to interrupt you. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
At the moment, and I heard Vasco made all his point and all of that. But at the moment, there are three parties involved here. Get the president out of it. There are three parties involved here. You're talking about the president's political advisor, Madam Mandela Cooper, the man and his former wife or his wife, whichever way you put it, right? Of the three parties, we've heard one of the three parties spoken. So we are yet to hear from two of the three parties. The man is yet to speak. He's going to be coming on the Spoon Talk tomorrow. He will give his side of the story. He will explain everything in detail as to what transpired. Remember, when this man was nominated by the president or appointed by the president, there were serious criticisms. Some say, "Oh, this man is a Senegalese. They brought the man in the country. How did the man get here? Who brought him in the picture?" And at that point, some people started to point accusing fingers at the president's political advisor. Now, it has gotten to this point where everything is outside now. You can clearly see the link. But what is even more important here is two of the three parties are yet to speak. And it's very important that we get to hear from them, their perspective, from their own side of the story, what actually transpired. But just conclude, then we'll go to mobile and then transition to our next talking point.
Yeah, you run. That is why you don't want to get certain argument or certain analysis that will be the quality and to the issue, because you want to come from somewhere where in tomorrow you're not being content with your thought, with your conscience. So, like you said, three of the three parties, one person have already spoken, right? So basically, if you come out with a certain conclusion, you might not be right. We're gonna be hearing tomorrow the brother speaking, or the man speaking tomorrow. So what was the reason behind some of the business steps? And like I said at the beginning, those are adults, and it is always in the media because we're talking about a political advisor to the president that has some level of stuff, or that somebody wants to say she used her relationship to bring all the men she love, and you want to question all the business things. But again, I do not want to come to a certain conclusion tonight because we're talking about an adult and they know what it do for them. So I want to listen to the men tomorrow to know why are some of the reasons some of these things are happening. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go you there. And Moba, you want to chip in on this before we transition, or you okay?
I'm not interested in that topic, man.
Okay, thank you. Vasco say you UP man, why you not interested in that topic?
The
discussion is not UP friendly.
Listen, Nelson, I got not to tap into people relationship issue.
Okay, thank
president
you.
Or
Thank you.
Vice president, I don't get it. It's not my
Thank you very much. But let's move to this.
That's it.
Okay, thank you, Moba. The conversation around asset recovery has been a major one in the country of recent. A lot of people have been talking about it. People are very concerned, especially when the expectation for this government was very huge. The government came on the matter of change. A lot was being said about auditing the previous administration, and that this government was going to hit the ground rolling with a transformation, development, a whole lot. But at the end of the day, accountability and transparency and respect for the rule of law is very cardinal. Asset recovery as required by the Code of Conduct. The last time the LACC spoke on this issue, they said that of the 500 people who were appointed by this administration, the number of government officials who were able to declare were just around 150 out of 500 people. Now the number have increased. So what the LACC was saying then was that asset declaration was at a very slow pace. So here we are. We're still talking about asset declaration. The presidential press secretary, following the huge criticism, the back and forth, spoke to the issue today. And this is what she said. Our take on this, especially when groups like CENTAR and other institutions are criticizing this administration, she said, asset declaration is good, but according to the presidential press secretary, Kuda Fofana, the officials are still struggling to declare the asset because they are new and they don't understand the process of asset declaration. That was a defense. That was a reason why, according to her, some majority of the officials of this government are yet to declare the asset because they are still new. They're still new. They don't know the process. Now, Moba, this government that you sat on this platform and campaigned for, you canvassed for, you did everything for, listening to what the presidential press secretary is saying, the point that she's pushing across, is this something, is this a genuine reason enough for anyone to agree with that? Yes, Wing Evelyn, the people now, they're just coming. They now know the process here, so that why they're not declaring the asset.
Nelson, look, it just, I will not come here and bash on like that before I bash on the CDC government on the same issue, and I will come here and then look at the same issue and then back it for the unity party. No, look, if the law say you should maybe declare assets, declare assets. Let everybody go by the law. There's nothing else. Everybody is new in the government. They already know. All the people, they are well schooled. They understand it. They understand the rules. They understand like all the regulation when it comes to the government issue. So why about then understanding to declare the assets? There's nothing there to not understand. Tell the people how much you get, what your assets.
No, but Mama, if you just starting some kind of job, you can know everything about that environment. That's the point she's pushing.
No, but
it's not the process and how the things work unless maybe you stay there for some time and you get to know how to do it. So she said they're not in the know.
It's not in the case of declaration, Nelson. It's not. Maybe if you say they're learning on the job or something that someone like they never studied in school, and then probably the president maybe appointed to that, they're not gonna play any learning on the job. I will agree with you. But it's not access declaration. I would disagree. I will even disagree with anybody that will come here and say they will get in time. No, that's what the president, according to the press secretary, they said the president will take a drastic action against those who refusing to declare the access. And she said it. So that we discuss that too. We shouldn't there come and talk at one side and say, you know what, how much we will condemn every negative thing in the government. We must also picture the truth in it. So if the same press secretary can come out and say the president will take drastic action against those who refusing to declare access.
Moba, the action. How long it would take for the action to be taken? Moba. We're going about 4 months in this thing now, Moba. This drastic action. How long you think this is going to take for this drastic action to be taken? That's the reason why we're talking about respect for the rule of law here. No, drink enough water. Just
good.
Yeah.
The point I'm making here is it was just today, 3 or 4 hours ago, when the press secretary made that statement. If I'm mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a warning, guys. You guys need to declare access. The president very serious about this. So you guys need to come out and declare access. If not, so action will be taken against you guys. So now they all in the know that the president is not joking when it comes to the access declaration. So it's just like you tell somebody, say, do this. They're already in the law, but do it. If not, I will take action. So let me see people talking about 3 years, 4 years, I think Vasco here. Or Vasco, you should be the least person to be discussing about when it comes to issue containing our country. Seriously.
Thank you.
You should be the least person because during your regime, everything was good. Even when we came on the show, tell people about after we call you are the one who are back in the Air Force. You are the same one when we came here, we said a lot of things that were affecting the country. You stay back the same thing. We're not like you. So when we come here, we'll say the truth.
Okay. Please forget Vasco a bit. Please forget Vasco a bit. Let's discuss the issue. But that's the issue. That's the issue. Let's move to Vasco now. Let's move to Vasco. Vasco. Honor a government that massively, miserably defeated you at the ballot box after campaigning on the matter of change, that your government was inept, heavily corrupt, and had all kinds of cartel, and the cartels needed to be destroyed. Vasco, did it ever cross your mind that under the Unity Party government, that you will be talking about people not declared an asset yet, and presidential press secretary saying the people still new, they not know how to do the thing yet? Did it ever cross your mind that we'll be having this conversation under a Unity Party administration, Vasco?
Yes, Nelson. Because I know these people. We had these people with us for 12 whole years. And these are the things they did. These are the things they did. It's not strange. Like I can always, every day I will tell you guys on the show, everything these people beat on President we are for, they will do it more. They will do it more than what the we administration did. And just within 6 months of the administration, you see how terrible these people are performing. Very terrible. I know people sit on the show, they don't want to speak out. But look around you. Look at the country. You know what I mean? When the press secretary speaks, the press secretary speaks directly from the office of the president. So the message that came from the press secretary, that message came directly from the president's office. The man that want to fight corruption, the man that saying will come and bring transparency in his government. These were the messages they gave our Liberian people. But to just I told you, they feel that the president's office does do 2 things. But we haven't talked on that one yet. I hope we can talk on it. About the issue of Nyata family. And today the president is telling you that the people that he put in government are new people so they can go to school to declare asset. You got to go to school before you declare asset. You got to learn. They said when you come in government, the thing that you bring in government,
Yeah, you want to go up because you're lying.
Vasco, are you still with us?
You got to log off and come back. We can hear you.
And somehow.
Leslie, right?
Mama, go ahead. But
that 2 seconds for my brother got me right. Leslie, the thing I'm making me laugh. The man will bring out all the Baba thing, right? But when it comes to the reason, the chief press secretary, right, who said that the president said he getting people so time to declare no, he would take justice. And you not what I want. The only one you will say that the one the president say, if not, I mean what Fofana said. That's the president saying it. That's why he will say. But the other one, he would not say that because he wanted to be like that, the reality. So
okay. Thank you, guys. We have to stick to the 2 minutes now because we gradually running out of time. We have to go to the phone lines to take some calls. But I want to say welcome to the show, Alfred. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on. Francis, let's hear you on this.
Yeah, man. Sometimes, these people then can make it hard to defend the government. They can make it hard. Because what kind of sour excuse is that? What kind of excuse is that?
Use a real word, pedestrian excuse.
Yeah, it's sour. But anyway, I said this thing before.
Before you go ahead, Francis. Before you
go
ahead, Alfred, that microphone that you buy, that you're using, is not correct. That audio is coming there when you squeeze mosquito through the door hole. So you got to check it. I don't disconnect the mic.
Water is that?
Yeah. Is the water into that mic? Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
But anyway, bro, they say upon taking office, right? Declare your answer upon taking office. So,
Vasco will give you 20 seconds.
Well, you think when he be having Calabuda where phone will be waiting for him? So if they say upon taking office, before prior to taking office, right? Prior to taking office, you declare your asset. Me personally, I know that I believe President Parker want to do a lot for Liberia, but me personally, I think President Parker is not serious about asset declaration. He's not serious about it. That's why I just say point blank period. Maybe he wants to do other things, but the particular one, he's not serious about it. He doesn't care about it. Because it's a simple thing to fix. You should have declared asset before taking office. They didn't do it. Then now, tell them, I gave you a month from the time they took office, or I gave you 3 weeks. But you're waiting now, almost 6 months into your presidency. Then your press secretary talking about, say, oh, the people, they knew? Are you kidding me? These people making enough money to hire hire an accountant to put the asset declaration together. Because this is another groundwork for corruption or to encourage people to steal from the Liberian people.
Thank you.
The asset they did not declare, if they declare now, what happened between January 22nd when they took office to now? What has they accumulated? What other asset or what they have accumulated that they will now put on the asset declaration? So that's a problem that needs to be addressed in this country. If President Brown will be the last bus stop as to consider him to be, there's no excuse for any of these petty things that are happening.
Thank you. Sorry, please take your 2 minutes and then we'll go to Vasco to conclude. And after we'll take us to the phone lines.
Yeah. Thank you. On the issue, it is always funny. Let me say that way. It's counterproductive to the very agenda we have seen ourselves in supporting. Somebody will not come and make any weak argument or wanting to make us believe that people new into government, that's the reason they don't have the step and other things. I mean, you talk about 4 to 5 months. What is there big about somebody to know how you should declare your assets and the business procedures surrounding it?
But the people are new. They just come in government, Soiree.
Nothing. The only way I would say those guys are news when you say 1 month, 2 months. We're talking about 4 to 5 months in government.
Okay, so let's do this. They are new assistant ministers. For example, our own Charisma, who was on the show here with us, any Charisma that assistant minister to what's the place?
Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Foreign Affairs. Charisma is new.
But that does not indicate the fact that it's going to be there.
No. Alfred is minus 30 seconds from your time. So a lot of people are new. So isn't that an excuse enough, Soiree, that the people need some time to understand how this thing works? Because honor declaration is unlawful as well. I hope you're taking note of that. If you went ahead and honor declare, you are breaching the law. But go ahead, conclude.
Look, it is peculiar. It is dramatic in the minds of anybody who thinks that those guys are news. We're talking about people with experience, people who serve in government, people who've been around government officials. So for somebody to wanting to protect them in the name of their new, it is weak. You will not speak to Bila Soiree in that phone and manner, I believe it. And you know, when I came on the platform the last time I talked about Donald Trump being counterproductive to the issue about after declaration by saying the 75%, the number of people that I think the LECC board, the GSC boss talked about, it is not true. And he did not give any FQ in relation to countering that information. That is where people undermine their own government. But again, I want to close the day. Somebody come on the platform, usually we don't want to go that route, but somebody come on the platform and say everything people say as the press secretary or deputy press secretary, it is in the name of the president telling you direct. No, that is not how government works at Vasco. When the deputy press secretary Smith Tobeking and lab of President Buya apartment and all whatsoever things that he talked about that he was said to be subjected to retrieving those very information, that was not the president who told him. So some people are overzealous. Some people work more than their pay.
Again, Soiree, we got to do justice to the conversation. If we want to go to former President George Weah, what the Deputy Presidential Press Secretary Smith Tobe said, all of that, then we will not be doing justice to the conversation. First of all, what is the actual job description like? What is the presidential press secretary supposed to be doing? So I think that should be the center of our concentration. That should be the area of our focus. Because if you want to go to what the deputy presidential press secretary under President George Weah did, that was not in confines, someone may say, with what the job description is. You should get like the mouthpiece for the president. All right, and I think that's the point. That's the point Vasco was trying to make.
So where we're balancing here is to make Vasco understand that sometimes people are overzealous, wanting to make their job look good in the eyes of the president, but even saying things that they were not told to say.
Okay.
So you listen to how they call it, Kula defending people that they are new. We should give them time, all this stuff. President Bouaka in his mind will not say that because one of the error in his agenda is the rule of law. Nobody will come to government. You don't want you see me as the leader. I who appointed you. I've already declared my answer. What is there with you? You as the mini minister. Some of the guys don't have even nothing going in their cover. They say when you don't have nothing, declare it. What is the big deal about this thing? And young people, it's disgusting to discuss this thing over and over.
Thank you very much. Vasco, you were in flight. You went off. Just take 1 minute.
Thank you, Nelson. I received a call. That's the reason why. So,
the CBC is calling you.
What? Yeah, when the people see me on the show, they
say,
yeah. So,
come on, go ahead. Just conclude.
My brother, what I was saying, I was just trying to define the role of the press secretary. That's the reason why before the press secretary speaks, you got to be careful. Because anything that will just come from your mouth, people will believe that it's coming directly from the president or the president's office. And you understand? When Stuart Tobe came, he had to call out what the president did. The president reacted to it quick. But I'm telling you, President Bouaka will not say anything. And this is wrong. We said it the last time. For the fact that the president up to president, He have not published his asset for people to see. The people that behind him will not do nothing.
Thank you.
Eugene Wagoner came from the America here with nothing. They going by Liberia. He declared no asset yet. He over there doing all kinds of things. That's the reason why the public were minister. He declared asset. No. Today
Thank you, Vasco.
He into $22 million of work. The people
your time is up, Vasco. Your time is up, Vasco. Let's take Alfred. Take us to the phone lines. Let me put the numbers up. You have 2 minutes, Alfred. Can you unmute? I see you're muted.
But what that side transfer before Alfred coming? Which countries are we from? They are all less simple English can be speaking every time necessary. Sorry, they have time to talk. That power just put one pictures. I'm not gonna tell you put on Jenna again.
Come on. Lee Kuan Yew
is Draconia.
Yeah, you are on a whole month of monotonous.
The man trying to express his youth exuberance. So you hear some of those things.
Lee Kuan Yew, go ahead. Let's hear you.
All right. I want to say good evening to our people. I've been missing.
I'm on the country of soup, yeah. I'm on the country of soup.
My man, don't interrupt my time. I only have 2 minutes. Sorry. Thank you very much. I want to say good evening to our people listening to us in the breadth of Liberia, the length and breadth of Liberia, and those in the diaspora. Nelson, this conversation we are having, we shouldn't be having it in the first place. I will hold President Bouaga responsible for this lack of people not taking accountability seriously. This president told us that when he comes, the first thing he will do, he will declare his asset and make it public. Has Mr. Bouaga made assets public since becoming president? While we support the arrest agenda, we will not be here to be sycophantic. That the guys that go under the sycamore tree is supposed to be a place of revival. Unfortunately, for the guys on the other side, they take it to be something else. You understand? But for us, we will speak to the issue as it is. Mr. Bouaga is responsible for I will refer to it as the lackadaisical behavior of some of these individuals who are supposed to. No, I'm in anger with the young people. Those people who are in the government that were talking all around here, say people are incompetent, people don't know what they're doing. I mean, a shit of Fofana for her to come here and trying to defend people when they're supposed to declare how big it is. The law said declare your asset. They say you must the law did not say you must tell how you got all the things. They say declare your asset. Like all the law say, go there all how you get your money, how you build a house, how you did it one, finish. But what are you hiding for? What are you hiding? So if for example, President Bouaga had called me up to go and serve in Liberia as an assistant minister, I should not tell him that I should not tell Liberia people that I get hot in macho. I should not tell people. I should be dragging it. Look, the attitude of corruption in our country, have made it to look so normal that people don't want anyone to follow the law. So Mr. Bouaga is responsible. If Mr. Bouaga has declared his asset and made it public, trust me, these people are running around here saying that they got to learn before. How hard it is? This is very easy. Go to the NRA. They got to form their own asset declaration. They have professional people over there that will sit there. You can hire them, and they will happy. You go to the LSCC, they got people that sitting there that have already gone to school. They know what to do. They will show you the way. But for somebody to say the people learning how to work so that they can't find trouble, that is a very big obscurity. We don't want that yet.
Thank you, Lee Kuan Yew.
Thank you. Have just gone 6 months. Just 6 months. We hear a whole lot of things coming up.
No, Alfred. The government has not gone 6 months. No, stop that. The government has not gone 6 months. From January 22nd, February, March, April, May. The government is 4 months in power.
My man, the government that you see now,
making the government 5 months in power.
From January to June, what?
4 months.
All right, we continue that way. But I'm telling you that my government here, they are going to say more, and we are seeing all the nonsense coming up. We will not allow these people to go scot-free. We will raise all the red flags. We will raise all the red flags for them to go back and do the right thing. Like I always say on this show here, Mr. Bwaka is the last person in his generation to reset this country. We have to reset this country. Look,
thank you, Alfred. Phone lines because we are seriously out of time. I see Ture is in the background.
Nothing. Can you give me 30 seconds?
But no, I'm not giving 30 seconds.
I beg you. Let me just say this quickly.
I gave you 30 seconds. You're not close.
I told you I will finish. I will finish. 30 seconds. You know the reason why Liberia it is what it is? This country never went through colonization. For them to suffer to get freedom. We not learn anything. We don't know how to work hard for anything. So we are just like that. We just may be more top plenty. At the end of the day, when we are in a position, we don't do anything. We go back to the same circle.
Thank you, Alfred. Thank you. Ture, welcome to the show. Let's give you 1 minute because you came late already. So take off the phone lines. Just 1 minute. You are muted, Ture. Can you unmute?
Nelson, good evening to you, the panelists, and our viewers here in the United States and around the world. Nelson, I am disappointed. I am absolutely disappointed. And a lot of people say Ture is too soon. No, there is no time you can set for doing the right thing. This is bad. JMB, I am disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm not even going to talk about what happened at the DEA. I'm not even going to talk about that. I mean, at the LDA. Nelson, this is, and I know Kula, my dear friend Kula was doing her best as a public relation person, press secretary, whatever, is the same thing. They'll do everything to try to make sense of everything, right? But look, man, there is no excuse for this. This is so bad. I mean, and this should not be coming from an aging man that people expected so much from. You know? So, I mean, look, and I know a lot of people, because some of us, we are not sort of like, we are not sycophant. We don't seek to be one. We are self-sufficient. Thank the Almighty God. We just going to be here to talk the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help us God. And that's what this is. This is bad. This is really bad. This makes Joe people to feel like, like that. I'm telling you, this is exactly what Joe people should be saying. We told you, and look, I mean, Vasco, I totally agree. We saw this to the Liberian people that we were coming to be different. That we're coming because we felt we knew it all. We were coming to actually right the wrong of the weird administration. And for us to start off like this, no, this is bad, man. Nobody can draw any rational reason as to why this is so. I mean, you know, like the way it's trending. Nothing. Every day we see mistakes upon mistakes upon mistakes. These are not rookie mistakes. We expected these guys to have experienced governance 12 years ago from a head of state who was vice president for 12 years. This is bad, man. This is bad.
Thank you, Ture. Thanks a lot. We're going to the phone lines now. We'll take just 5 calls. WhatsApp and the local calls. The local number is 0555-101075. The WhatsApp number is on the screen. That number up there is for WhatsApp only. And we'll take just 5 calls and then we'll come back to do our closing, 1 minute each closing, and then we're out of here. Let's take our first call. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Joseph Bro.
You are low. Your name?
Joseph Bro.
No, okay, Joseph, sorry. You're low. You're very, very low. Let's take Mr. Kokoya. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you on, sir.
Hey, Nelson, how you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir. It's good to have you on.
Yeah, look, first, Nelson, it was my pleasure meeting you. And I know we didn't do the follow-up when I was over there, but it was my pleasure really meeting you, Nelson. Look,
it was.
For the past couple of months, I have been saying the rule of law. The rule of law is the foundation, the cornerstone of a country, especially this Liberia that we have today. The issue that we have in this country because we have blatantly ignored the rule of law over the years. So when Mr. Bwaka took over and I'm a big fan, of course, when he said this is not going to be business as usual. Look, I was excited because I have been an advocate over the last 5 years that all of the groups that were running, Mr. Boubacar was the best. And so the people really sacrificed to vote for him. But Nelson said we started. Look at us here. I have yet to see the strength of Mr. Boubacar. When you say this is no business as usual, I expect you to implement what you say.
Okay.
People are doing the wrong thing and they have not been penalized. And this is where we are today. And we have a problem here. It almost appears that we're going to go through the same thing year in, year out. And this is where we are stuck because we are not implementing anything in this country. People misbehave, they steal, and they go with the same impunity. This is a problem here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your input. We have to hold you there and bring in another person because of time factor. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
It's Sherry Newman calling from Louisiana.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Nelson, some of us, we risk our lives.
Can you be audible a bit?
Yes, I said we risk our lives for the government to get into power.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something in medicine where we see that medicines have the same components, or let's say maybe in different packs, but it carries the same name.
Mm-hmm.
So the main reason why some of us have to risk our life for Unity Party, because if you see this thing, they fell into power because everything that went on in the CDC government, the same thing that we see itself in this, how you call it, Unity Party government. I see no difference. So some of we are completely frustrated and downhearted. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much for your input tonight. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from, sir?
Good evening, Nelson. Good morning to you there in Liberia, and good evening to the panelists here in diaspora.
Go ahead.
My name is Godwin, calling from Pennsylvania.
Godwin, go ahead.
I just logged onto the show, and I don't know the topic of the discussion. I got used to call.
Okay, but Godwin, just listen a bit. You're gonna get the topic. You're gonna get a discussion. Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, let's take this person here real quick. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from?
Nelson, what's up, brother? It's Tommy Jr. calling from Virginia. Shout out to all of you guys on the panel.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you.
Just two quick points, man. The first thing is, I have a lot of respect for Paula Fofana. I think she's an amazing woman. I've known her personally, but excuse was the worst excuse I've heard in my life. I think that enough time has passed for our people to declare their access. I think once you are being considered for a position, you should get all your documents ready to declare your asset. I think it's overdue. I think the president should start penalizing those guys who haven't declared their asset.
Okay.
The last thing I want to say is the asset recovery. Asset recovery is the epitome of fighting corruption. If UP doesn't do a good job with asset recovery, it's going to be the downfall. It's going to be the reason why UP may never win election in our country again. They have to do a better job at asset recovery.
Thank you.
Thank you for the timing. Shout out to my brother Francis.
Yes,
right,
sir.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So we'll take the last two calls and then we wrap up. This person here. Hello, sir. Your name and where you come from? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. You're live. Yes, sir.
Hello. Good morning to you, Nelson, and to the panelists.
Yes, sir.
I'm Jack Davis, calling from Abidjan.
Okay, go ahead, Jack. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Nelson, we as Liberians, we are a little bit disappointed in this government because what we expected of them, we are not seeing it.
Okay.
We all thought this government was going to bring rapid change to us, to the country. As it claims to be the most educated people, we expected them to do the best for us. But we are not seeing it, and we are disappointed. And we hope this will change. Because those guys came to power with the mindset of stealing, thinking that Boubacar will not run for second term coming 2029. So those guys are just there to steal and enrich themselves. I mean, it's just a mess.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's what you there. And Byron, thanks for joining us, man. Let's take the final call now. Um, this person is our final caller. Hello. Okay, so let's get this one. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, sir. You're live. Let's hear you.
Okay. My name is Robert Nwanko, and I call you from District 17. Let me say thank you guys for the topics.
Yeah.
But I will say something that you will say, no, don't say to become an elderly person. You see, this government, we all, have in mind that this government will do the best. But people say, oh, we got to wait. And other people say, no, we've gone 4 months, and so the government is supposed to be doing all of the things perfectly. That is what people are saying. And for me, my advice to this government, look, if you didn't use iron hand, we will not make it. Anybody that is caught in carrying on corruption or any other ugly act, look, we can drastically punish the person. I don't want to say about to even look at that. Treat the person as the way the person wants to treat the people of this country. Okay. If you want also cry, let the person cry. If you want also die, let the person die. That is it. You can't treat all like that. We are citizens. We are human beings. We want to do something too. You can't hold the government and just do your own thing so the government can spoil. Look, Joseph Walker, let me come back. We will continue to tell you, don't treat the people anybody wrong. We must treat you like that.
Thank you very much. We're gonna end here with the course because we have to wrap up now. So we start our closing. Toure first, Alfred, and then Bila, Vasco, and then we can just follow the queue. Mobile will take us some. So let's do 1 minute each, guys, because we're out of time already.
Yeah, Nelson, thank you so very much. Nelson, to whom much is given, much is required. And when you sell, when you're a salesman or saleswoman, when you're gonna tell the people, say the product that you bring into the market is the best, you better make sure that it's the best product, because you know what? People buy and go home and come back right the next day and try to acknowledge whatever you sold to them. And it'll be right in your face, right? And that'll be a bad clientele. The last caller just said something. This government, Unity Party as a whole, they cannot afford to fail, because we all know JMB is already out of politics after this. Even though I still believe that he might attempt to run in 2029, but that'll be another topic for another day. But for the young people around that party, you guys are the future. And if you not stand against the old, dinosaurs that are over there, and you allow them to run this thing to the dirt, you're gonna pay the brunt of it.
Okay.
Look, at the end of the day, let's speak truth to power. This administration have not done anything. President Joseph Boakai, we know very well he's somebody that is lack of decisiveness, but he has to really start to really make some decisions.
Thank you.
Government is a will and pleasure to serve, and if that pleasure is gone, you have to. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Thank you, Toure. Thank you. Alfred, 1 minute, sir.
Thank you. I have maybe I will just say 3 things. 3 things tonight. Number 1, I am disappointed in Mr. Boakai. Number 2, the young people that are now in government, that are messing around and think that that they have arrived. I have a message for you. The Liberian people are not stupid people. If you think you are arrived and you can do the right thing for your country, history will remember everything that you do.
Thank you.
Mr. Boakai, the last one I have to say, you are the last generation of that group of people that have ruled Liberia to reset this country for the young people. Because if you don't, I can't see this country resuscitating. We'll continue to be revolving, while our neighboring countries around us are moving forward in a developmental agenda. Since January 2022 up to now, we have seen some of the things that are happening in the country. And if Mr. Bwaka will remain very indecisive, because they say, oh, because they made an old man, so he will always take his time to make decisions. Liberia right now, we are in the 21st century. We cannot wait. We don't have the time to be waiting.
Thank you. Let's go you there, Alfred.
People that will do that job.
Thank you, sir. Soiree, let's hear you quickly. 1 minute.
No, thank you.
I'm gonna set the timer now because I think we have.
Thank you. I think it was a good show, and I think we can proceed on this part because thanks to the caller and all of those that make some basic contribution towards the show. You see, like Alfred said, Mr. Bwaka is maybe the last person to serve in your generation, and we are the second group of people to protect our generation. That is why our eyes will not be blind on anything that we think that is wrong for our people. You know, when you read Dalete upon Dalete, it will not make you persistent in your thought, but rather it will make you one person who will always be speaking for the people. And that is why we're here for. We're not for any government. We will not be for any government, but for the people. Thank you very much. I think it's a pleasure being always here.
Thank you very much. Vasco, quickly.
You say you're not here for government, you're here for the people. Yeah, but Nelson, I mean, my brother Toure, and I mean, if the president can listen to some good people that supported him, I think he will try his possible best. I'm not talking about other people who can compare. And this is the worst thing I see any educated person doing when you try to compare Bwaka administration, when we're trying to criticize the things that Bwaka is doing, then you refer us to what CDC did. Then what you came for? You told us already that everything CDC did in the past was bad.
15 seconds.
You said everything was bad. And you saw it out to the Liberian people. The people said, yes, CDC did bad things. So that bring Bwaka. Bwaka will not repeat some of these things that CDC did. But Bwaka can't repeat the thing. They will tell you, say, hey, you're doing too.
Thank you. Let's read there, Vasco. Your time is up. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vasco. Francis, 1 minute, sir. Let's hear you. You're closing.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for being here with us as always. You know, it's good to be with our folks to discuss Liberia. I mean, my closing is going to go again based on our challenge we put out there, the We Are Firefighter Challenge. Our people, late night people. Y'all need to support the late night initiative. We are trying to help our people in Liberia. Yesterday, again, there were fire. This week, last week alone, I think there were 3 fires or so in Montserrat County alone. People losing their properties and their lives and stuff. So our late night crew buy into the raffle or even donate to the cause so that we can be able to buy these smoke alarms and send them to Liberia. It will not stop the fire, but it will help our people get a fighting chance so that they can know that there's fire in the houses and get out before the fire get out of control. Please help us. Please help us. This is the 3rd week we're pushing the raffle back because so far from the late night crew, I'm still generating money. Just this past weekend, I grabbed my cousin. He gave me $200 about smoke alarm. I'm working outside of the late night show, but we can do it with just a few people that we know. We need all of you to support us and support our people in Liberia. So please, please, please. Nelson is going. I think he said he pushed about 3 weeks, but we can't keep pushing it back. We're going to keep pushing it back because we can't make it. Then we should just sit down and forget about it and help our people in Liberia.
Okay.
You know, but we know you guys will not let us down.
Yeah.
We know you not let us down. Please, y'all come true for our people in Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, Moba, 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It was a nice show, you know. Well, nothing much. We just, we just pray for the best for Liberia, more especially our president, JMB. He got to step out of the game. We all know there's a lot going on in Liberia right now. Everybody understand what is going on. Like, we all understand. It's tough. More especially when it comes to assets declaration. The people got to come out. The people got to come out and declare their assets because it was one of the main people, one of the key things that the president talked about. Like, everybody would declare their assets before So I think it's belated. The president need to stay strong and let everybody declare their assets. Because the thing we preach on, we don't want to go back to the CDC government, keep making comparison. Oh, because CDC not do it, so we got to do it. No,
Okay.
you got to be different from all of and lay the right foundation so everybody can follow. Don't be like the other child who is bad with the CDC government.
Thank you.
So we urge our president again, let him come back from that identical meeting. When he come, let him enforce the law at least.
Thank you very much. Well, guys, it's been a great show. I want to say thanks to everyone here tonight for making your contributions. Two things quickly. The first one is Miss Siata Tembe, an ardent follower of the show. She's participating in the Super Mom competition. Kindly go ahead and vote for her. She's one of the Liberians that's participating there. She's an ardent follower of the show. Go to supermom.com and you can cast just a single vote for her to push her a long way. And then the next thing is the what Francis just spoke of. We thought to push the raffle 2 weeks back. Of course, Francis started this initiative, and as a team, we decided to jump in, and it's important because it's going to help save lives. The goal is to get 1,000 smoke alarms that can be shipped to Liberia to help save lives. You know about the wave of fire outbreaks we've had in the country recently. So whichever way you can, if you just want to donate to the cause, that's welcoming. But to beef this up, Francis decided to put up his PS5 and in a raffle draw. So this is how it's set up. Just with $50, you can form part of the raffle. It's gonna be 2 Saturdays from now, and then on that particular day of the raffle, we're gonna put all the people who are part of it. Shake it. Somebody will select one. That person becomes the winner. But the goal here is to help save lives. So whichever way you can, reach out to Francis. The name you see there, a real name, is on the social media handle and all of that. Tomorrow we'll put this cash app up. I hope we end up sooner tomorrow. But again, I want to say thanks to everyone. Thank you to Ray. Thank you, Alfred. Thank you, Bila. Thank you, Vasco with the dark stream. Thank you, Francis. And thanks to Mobile for being here tonight. We look forward to having a great show tomorrow. The late night show will be even more fascinating tomorrow. That is when we're expected to even have a guest on here tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone, and bye-bye for now.